We are joined by the head coach of South Dakota State, Eric Henderson, following that 7-point Montana State victory. And this a game where you did lead on 4 occasions, but, man, it just felt like you were fighting an uphill battle the whole way. And every time you'd get close or have that lead of a point or two, Montana State would respond. Is that how it felt to you?
Yeah, it felt like we were playing uphill a little bit, Tyler, and just really – you know, we're still learning about our team, and I'm not very happy with. I thought the most disappointing part was I thought we lost a little bit of our identity tonight. We got beat on the glass, and especially down the stretch. I thought that really hurt us, and so that was a little bit of the disappointing thing. And when you're trying to play catch up and you don't feel really good about your identity, it doesn't feel really good. That's for sure.
Other than 2 stretches in the second half, I thought you took care of the basketball very well, valued it. You only had 9 turnovers.
Yeah, and that's something we've been talking about. You know that, and it's been a problem for us. So that was a positive, but like you said, it just felt like they came in spurts, and it didn't, like you said, it didn't feel very good, those 2 spurts where they were capitalizing on our turnovers. So that was a little disappointing, but the total number was certainly promising. There's no doubt about that.
A couple of guys off the bench who really played well. David Wingett, one of his better games as far as statistics go. It is his best at SDSU point-wise. He had 13 on 5 of 10 shooting.
Yeah, David was really good, and Trey was very good. Both those guys off the bench, I thought gave us a spark, and that's why they played more minutes tonight than maybe some of the other guys that have been playing some of the minutes. And I just thought they were a little bit more engaged. Trey, I thought, was playing with a great amount of confidence, and so was David. And so I was very proud of what they gave us off the bench, there's no doubt.
Yeah, between those two, and then you throw in Shireman, you had 34 points off the bench. We had talked about Montana State and its various defenses. Were you surprised in how it chose to defend you?
Well, not necessarily. I think they just, the deal with us, Tyler. We've had quite a bit of success. You're well aware of that. And when we go to places, guess what? They want to man up and they want to whip our tail. They're tired of the Jackrabbits whipping their tail, and that's not going to change. You know what I mean? And that's as we get closer and closer to league play, that's the way it's going to be every single night. And so I wasn't totally surprised that they just manned up pretty much the whole game. They showed a few glimpses of zone, but for the most part it was man. And I'm sure Coach challenged their guys and said, "Let's go, mano a mano." And then I thought they had just a little bit more compete than us tonight, and that's what I mean by maybe losing a little bit of our identity, and we need to make sure we get back to that.
In the second half, some big misses at the free throw line, and even though it only ends up being a 3-point differential from the free throw line in the second half, that last minute or two is different if you capitalize on a couple of those opportunities.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We left some out there, and Matt had that play where right around the basket where he got fouled, and if he makes that and then knocks,
it could have been an and one to give you the lead.
Yeah, exactly, and just didn't knock down, and that's the way it goes. Matt's competing like crazy. I have no issues with that. And then you go to the free throw line, and you don't get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's where it really becomes stressful. That's for sure.
What were you happiest about tonight? What's your takeaway? Because this was a difficult atmosphere, almost 5,000 people here tonight.
Yeah, really good crowd, and I guess what I'm happy about is we did have a little bit of fight at the end. We didn't cave in like I knew our guys wouldn't. We got down 10 in the second half and ended up getting a 3-point lead. You know what I mean? And so we have fight in us. It's just we need to make sure we have consistent fight with us. So it's there. We can show them it's there. Now we just need to get more of it and start with it a little bit more, and that would be a positive thing for our team. And so I was really proud of that. Obviously, the 9 turnovers and keeping that going down in a good direction. I'm happy with that, but we just need to get back to our identity, and that's the thing that our team can't forget about.
All right, so what's the plan between now and Monday's flight out to Denver? You'll have a Tuesday game at Fort Collins against Colorado State.
Yeah, we'll get off our feet tomorrow a little bit, and then we got a little Junior Jacks deal on Saturday we're putting on, and then we'll have practice after that. And practice Sunday, Monday, and preparing for Colorado State. And that's the beauty of basketball, man. You better get back on your feet in a hurry, because if you stay knocked down, it's going to be for a long haul. And we got good kids. We got positive kids. So we'll get them back up on their feet and get them prepared for the next one. And we'll just try to get better and have a little bit more consistent fight.
Games like this are what you're going to see in the Summit League.
Yeah, it sure felt like that, and talking to the refs who do a lot of our leagues and a lot of the Big Sky games and things like that, and that's what they said too. It sure feels like a high-level conference game, and so that's another thing that you can take away from, is putting our young guys through this experience and understand, like, if you're not totally into this baby, you're going to get exposed, and so. That happened a little bit tonight, but we can use it as a learning experience and move on from it.